Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This is your Deputy Defense Chief, Capo Daniel, aka Sense Pass King. I sent out this small audio because I didn't get a couple of audios sent to me from Ground Zero about certain announcement that I made. And I'll explain for now exactly what did it go on. I don't make an announcement. I don't inform the Ambazonian people. Say I be in communication. As a force, the ADF is in communication with all generals on the ground. That was just to reassure our people that our plans to deploy forces and create unit in Boyo it will be done in collaboration with all the forces. All the generals and all the forces that are dominating in Boyo will be informed properly. We will give them details when the times for implementation comes. So I don't get an audio from General Ni. He sent out an audio. I don't get an audio from Anthony sending out an audio. General Ni, he sent out an audio. He never talk with Capo Daniel since this war start. I think say it be the Kiwi na two things: primitivity and just pure stupidity. You are a general on the ground carrying a gun. Politicians in the diaspora will manipulate you to make stupid audios, to send out there to challenge an activist and a top official. To what end? What end will you gain? All these type of things, this type of witchcraft is what is holding us in Ambazonia back. So, General Ni, if Capo Daniel Anoba talk for you, and so what? And so what? What consequence is how consequential is that? These type of things have to stop. Remember, General Ni, I have 2 podcasts when Sami died. When you guys killed Sami, I interviewed you. You called me. We talked about it extensively. You talk about the connection with Ndawara and what was going on in your camp. I have it in my podcast, 2 podcasts. I advise you to change your number. Your last foreign number was a number I gave to you. The number is still registered in my phone. The conversations are still there. Should I go out there to try to prove to Ambazonian people that I am talking to you or I had spoken to you at one point, to what benefit or what gain, what addition it will be to our struggle for me to say that? That's true, and for this type of argument is useless. Whoever is advising you doesn't like you. So just stop this type of small dirty talk. It does not matter. And Anthony, aka State Council, you have called me and we talk, and I've explained to you that when we come to implementation, I'm going to inform you. Our general came down there to meet you guys and stay with you guys for over 3 weeks. You have called me. You said that you are the one who took care of him. You feed him. I did not argue with you. He did not even come to your camp, but he was there with the supreme commander of Boyo. There, he was in his camp. They stayed there. They had transaction with the tigers of Robosco. They had other things there. I sent food money to them at that point. So the ADF is a force. It's a structure, it's an organization, it's not an individual. When you deal with any ADF soldier or general, you are dealing with us. When you talk with me, you are talking with the organization. I don't speak just for myself. I speak for the organization because I'm a top official. So we speak for the struggle. That time, it don't pass. We will be the struggle for sure. Say, do one get connection, do one no get connection. All those things are just to know. It's just useless talk, you know. We shouldn't be bothering our people with audios about this type of things. The last time we wanted to deploy forces in Menchum and create forces there, it was the same thing. People will say, hey, ADF, don't come to Menchum. We'll be infighting or whatsoever. What has happened? Over 12 months have passed since we installed a camp in Menchum. Have that force fight with anybody there? As a matter of fact, it is collaborating with all the forces who are there. We have carried out 6 major operations in Menchum. Not knocking out 1 armored vehicle that killed 6 Cameroon B. It almost took out the mayor that we were targeting there. The mayor and the parliamentarians of La Republique in Menchum have all run away. Before we deployed that, we made that decision to create that camp in Menchum. It was because La Republique, they did a propaganda video in Menchum showing how life have returned. The mayor and the parliamentarian were driving bicycle and all those stuff. So we said that we have to do something. We have been encouraging and supporting forces around that area, discussing with them, forces that even wanted to take some of their weapons back from URK. But it doesn't matter. All those things are behind us. So every time we want to create a base, people who have created a small space for themselves, they start to agitate and all those type of stuff. But we have to understand that this is a national war. The nationalist groups have to be given the space by all the various block by block forces so that they can operate. They have to give passages, they have to accommodate them. Have you guys ever heard that the ADF have problem with soldiers coming in and out of their camps? Do you know how many people we have hosted? Do you know even they let me not go far, because when you say something, other people will come back and try to contradict like it actually means something. Even if it was wrong or right, how consequential is it to you and to the revolution? So I have explained to the Ambazonian people. I have even put out the picture of a force that has been from Boyo. The guy have worked with all of the guys there. He have received full training. He's ready to be deployed back home. We have people on the ground who are waiting to work with him there, and some of them have actually moved into Bafmen there. Some of them have been operational, and that is the plan. I was expecting that you guys will pick up your phone and even call me that, hey bro, who is that our guy that have had training and that is coming back home, so that we can see how we can collaborate with him. But you guys are reacting in this type of way is very bad. That does not give you guys any strength. That is a sign of weakness. When I hear the ones coming from America, the harlot talking there, I expected that from people like that. People who have delivered children and abandoned them. What do you expect from people, that woman, those Jezebel? But you as forces on the ground, be respectful of everybody and do not engage in all this type of nonsense debate. It will not help you in any shape or form. Focus on fighting La Republic. When you have helping hands coming, look for a way to collaborate. I understand Sako came there and he paid some guys to rally his family members, and they made a propaganda video. And at that time, I also came out and I condemned it, that these guys are not operational in Boyo. Since October that they made that video, they have done nothing. They have disappeared. When those guys were arrested and interviewed, I also intervened. I supported you guys. So there is no reason for anybody to be alarmed or think that the ADF will not collaborate or we are coming to take something from somebody. No. Boyo is big enough, and you guys are smarter than that. I know you guys have always been accommodating. More than one, you have hosted ADF forces, and that should continue. Ignore all these inconsequential scavenger politicians who are in the diaspora looking to carve their own portion in Ambazonia as their own chips to become relevant and become power players in the struggle. We are liberators. We are not politicians. We are there to fight for our people, and we are dedicated for that cause. So I will urge General Nyi, like I had told Gola, and I have spoken to Chris Bongam, which is somebody I respect, and I have collaborated to help to shape you guys and advise the policy on the ground in many issues, and I will continue to do just that. With Anthony the same, I will ignore all these your audios you have sent out there, but I will repeat again. This is our plan, and this is the plan I announce. We have a soldier that have received full training, and he is going back home to create a unit to fight for Ambazonia. At the time of implementation, when that time will come, I'm going to inform all of you guys there on the ground so that you guys will receive him. So do not worry. People are complaining about ADF have forces in both. ADF don't have forces. When we have not yet deployed. This is just a plan. And I've asked the Ambazonia people that I need 6 guns for this plan. 3 for this particular soldier and 2 for the unit that is actually in Bafmen area there. So that is what I have said to the people. All those people, those ones who are trying to make propaganda or that it do not work. Regarding the issue of when they say that Capo Daniel said RK is in Ghana and whatsoever, these are people who have no brain. They try to distort things to gain political relevance and get space on social media, which have nothing positive to add to our struggle. I will repeat, I had positive intelligence of RK being in Nigeria on his way to Ghana. I informed the Ambazonian people that there is a possibility that they will see RK with the HD guys, just like we have seen Akwanga with some generals from Ground Zero. And I said that if RK is not there, he should show proof that he is there. RK came out, and Anthony came out speaking for him, saying that my intention was I want RK to reveal his location so that he should be killed. I said that was fault, and there are many ways you can send out proof of your presence in Ambazonia or even speak to the people with the background that cannot reveal anything. He didn't do that. And 4 days later, he come with a video showing physical location, which was not even what I was asking, exposing his location on social media, which was not necessary. Was he in Ghana and he came back to do that video? Was he not? I don't care. My intention was to cushion the revolution in case something like that was to happen. My intentions are pure, and I have no apology for anybody. If he was actually not in Ghana, he should have come out in the first place before the first 4 days before he made that video. Why would he make a video when he had refused that he would not make the video? All those things raise even more questions than it provided answer for his whereabouts. As for the intelligence we had, it is solid. Before I put any intelligence out there, I've done my homework to make sure it is solid. So that is it. If you people want to dwell your time on those issues, you can continue. For the meantime, I am moving. God bless you all. And our advice, Ambazonian, be aware of people who continually inject this type of things in the struggle. Be aware of them. These are not people who have anything positive to offer. They are people who want to drag those of us that are implementing policy and bringing things to the table that are going to push our struggle forward. And you see this thing going on not just in Boyo, but in many places around Ambazonia. The idea of a nationalist movement, nationalist first, is complex sometimes for the common and layman. But for us to have independence, we should be mature and raise the mindset of our people to accept a nationalist movement, a nationalist force, and really comprehend what it is all about. It's so easy to fall back to tribalism. People can easily understand being in your tribe, working in your tribe along those lines, and scavengers take advantage of the mindset of our people to manipulate them. We are coming out of La Republic. That will also mean emancipating ourselves from that slavery mindset that we have endured for over these years. It has to go. Our people have to accept rational thinking. They have to have a higher barometer for proof. They have to understand the need for debate and plurality, and don't dwell on petty things that have little or no consequences on bigger things. God bless you all. So we have seen this phenomenon repeatedly where people in villages are resisting people who come from outside. The nationalist army, when you project yourself as an army, a nationalist army, they resist you. It has to stop for us to progress. It has been difficult for people to understand. It is very simple, but people have to understand it. There is a need for the national army to navigate, redeploy, and deploy. People should not feel inferior each time the national army wants to come to an area. They shouldn't feel like it is not their own. It is going to take their space or take away anything from them. It is not. It's going to complement. And the sea is too deep for everybody to swim. We should not worry so much that somebody is coming into our space. You see, they will tell this soldier, go back to your village. It's not your village. Even when those soldiers are from those same villages, you still see those same instinct come up. So it is not just it's not an issue of a tangible problem or a real problem. It's just a perception, and it's a mindset that needs to be changed. So you're refusing people. The guys in Momo were refusing Momo children from coming there because the Momo children that were coming there, their ideology was a nationalist ideology, and they were not being comfortable. It was difficult for them to understand it mentally, the implementation. But they should be reminded that they are fighting for a nation. It is a national fight. It's not a tribal fight. We are not fighting a